Trimble, your astrologer and tarot card reader, here with your reading for January the 13th through January the 19th. This is the tarot card section of your reading. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Gemini for this coming week of January the 13th through the 19th? What celestial sky we have, Gemini. Thank you guys for your comments and your likes and your shares. I really appreciate that. Okay, 3 cards for Gemini, please. 3. Oh gosh, I think that's 3. OMG, you have 3. Wow, and now let's go. I'm putting these transitional stones on the cards because we are in a transitional period. Check out the astrology section after this. Oh, and guys, this is a general reading. It's for your sun, moon, and rising, so there'll be links to the other videos below. Okay, these are clarifying cards for Gemini. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Gemini through these clarifying cards for January the 13th through the 19th? Please clarify. There it is. Oh, please clarify. Oh, there are 2 cards there. Very interesting. And please clarify. There we go. All right. All right, let's take a look at your cards, shall we? Gemini. There we go. The first card out for you is the 4 of Swords, clarified by the Devil. Capricorn, darling, Capricorn. Then we have Karma, which is equivalent to the Judgment card, clarified by the Ace of Cups and the 5 of Cups. Emotions, darling. Then we have the Page of Cups, clarified by the Hierophant. Okay, emotions. Okay, Gemini. The first card out for you is the 4 of Swords. And the 4 of Swords is all about taking care of yourself, really. It's about sleeping. It's getting enough sleep. It's kind of being exhausted. It's like the aftermath of the 3 of Swords kind of thing. It's that exhaustion from feeling all those emotions. And so it's a simple message for the 4 of Swords. It's get enough sleep, hydrate, eat right and properly. Don't forget to take care of yourself. You're ruled by Mercury, and you need to listen to the astrology report because Mercury is moving into Aquarius. So you need to kind of stay for the astrology report after to find out more about that. But this, the mental exhaustion sometimes can exhaust you physically. Don't forget to sleep. Don't stay up. We're kind of energized with all this. There's so much going on astrologically that we are all kind of energized 1 minute, exhausted the next, energized, exhausted. We're backwards and forwards with it. And look, clarifying it is the Devil card. The Devil card is Capricorn. It is being tied to the material realm. It is too much emphasis on materialism. It is, perhaps over-consuming. It can be too much shopping, too much drink. It can be they're distractions. This is distraction. It's being a slave. This can be being a workaholic even. This can be focusing on the material, and this could be exhaustion, your mental goal. So maybe that's what you're focused on. It's like, I need more, need, want. It's that consumerism, over consumerism. I fall prey to that. I'm looking on social media because that's my business. I have to post things on social media, and I get caught up, and I'm like, oh, that looks nice, and I want to shop it. I have to be very careful of that. So, and this emphasis, this can be obsessively worrying about not having enough too. It can be, so your whole focus and center is on, creating wealth, getting more, accumulating stuff. It can be hoarding. It can be all kinds of stuff like that, whatever it means to you, Gemini. So get enough rest, because it'll take, and then you need to, when you go inside, this is yang energy, right? Out. I want, grabbing. Get in touch with the divine feminine within, the yin energy. Meditate. Meditation will balance you. It will, listen, 20-minute meditation is like a 3-hour nap, so get the sleep that you need so desperately. Perhaps you've been, not sleeping well because of your worries or your, mental focus, or, or your goals, perhaps. Restructure and look at your goals again. This is about change. It's about transformation in a major way. And the next card is karma. And I talked about this because, we have Pluto, and we have the Sun conjuncting Saturn and Pluto on Monday, right? And this is all about, things can be a fabulous success for you, or they can be, overwhelming, deprivation, or things falling apart. And it's all whether you've worked hard, whether you've put the effort in over the last week. If you've really worked hard and you've taken care of your responsibilities, things will work out well. But the karmic card is all about, don't create any more karmic debt, right? This is about, I'm telling you, it's about streamlining. It's about looking at what we need as opposed to what we want. How have we been relating to, this three-dimensional world? How have we been relating in relationships? And this is a time to refocus. What are we focused on? What do we need to change in order to move forward into a more collective environment, more equal footing, because we are moving into the age of Aquarius, guys. So, and with your ruling planet moving into Aquarius, you are feeling that energy, and it is all inclusive. It's humanitarianism. It's coming together. It's like what they're going through in Australia, with the fires. The community are coming together. They're taking in animals. They're taking in people, strangers. Everyone is helping each other. I was trying to say this in the astrological report, but I kept crying, so I had to not say it. I was like, joke about it, because it's very, lovely and emotional, and getting with like-minded people, and I'm, so you're going to feel that, Gemini, and it really is switching the focus from the three-dimensional plane to, looking at what is similar in us, what's looking at our similarities as opposed to our differences, celebrating that, coming back to the oneness, right? The oneness of nature, the oneness of spirit. And look, clarifying it, we have the two opposing energies, right? So we have this kind of focusing on what has gone and what I don't have. Right? That's what the 5 of Cups is. He's got 3 cups that are spilt, and he has 2 cups standing behind him upright, but he's focused on these. And that's all he sees. He sees the destruction. He's not seeing a way forward with the 2 cups, right? This is what comes out of tragedy, right? So unity came from this horrible tragic, catastrophic event in uh, in Australia and now in Puerto Rico too. My heart goes out to them. So unity comes in, right? We all want to help, we want to get together. So out of that horrific experience, something beautiful and loving, and I don't want to talk about it because I get emotional. And maybe I'll edit that out if I can. So then you have that, and you've got this beautiful look. This is the cup. This is my cup floweth over. This is like intuition and psychic abilities, gut feelings. You know, we are going to feel that. This is Aquarian. This is Aquarian in nature. Uranus. You know, a higher octave of thinking. And this is, you know, new emotions. So out of this, when you focus on the 2 cups, you're going to feel this new start. Look at your cup as half full as opposed to half empty. Focus on what you have. Be grateful. Look, I have a home. I've got a roof over my head. I've got a beautiful dog. You know, whatever it is that you have, because there are people that have lost that in these tragedies. They don't have, you know, they don't have electricity. They don't have the basic necessities of life. They don't have water. Look at what we have. We're here and we have it. So we need to be grateful. And we need to help those who don't. And this is, well, I just need to get off my... got very emotional there. And the next card is the Page of Cups. And look, she's standing there very steadfast, and this huge waste, there's like tsunami is coming over her, and she's like very calm. She's the calm within the storm. You are being asked to be the calm in the storm. You're ready for the next phase of your life. There may be turmoil going on around you, Gemini, and it may be very difficult, and it may feel that things are just, you know, overwhelming, right? But that's yang energy. Go within, connect with the divine feminine, have faith. This is the Hierophant. This is trusting and having faith that everything is happening for a reason. Out of all this turmoil, something wonderful will come into play for you. Something new, right? Something brand new. Something that's going to feel exciting and wonderful and loving emotionally. Don't get caught up in the wave. You know, be the rock. Just allow the wave to go over and be calm within it. You've got this, Gemini. You can do this. You know, meditation helps you be that rock. And you know, go back to your faith and trust that things are happening for a reason. These changes that we're all feeling in one way or another, we're going to get through it. We'll get through it together, because Aquarius energy is coming in. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. You know I want to sing that, and I'm holding myself back. But this is a wonderful, wonderful energy that's coming in. We're in the hallway, guys. We just have to close the door behind us so we can walk through the door ahead into a brighter, more equal, you know, fair and just society. We're going to get there together, Gemini. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And stick around for the astrological report. It's very illuminating for this week. Thank you. Mwah. I love you all. Hello, and thank you for sticking around for the astrology report and to see what's happening in the celestial sky this week, the week of January the 13th through the 19th. And we start, let me put my glass on, I have to look at my notes. We start with Monday the 13th. The Sun conjuncts Pluto in Capricorn at 8:16 a.m. That's Eastern Standard Time, by the way, folks. Look, this is about personal power and the ability to influence others in a way that's beneficial to you. Now, this can lead to power struggles, however, and it really depends on where this conjunction lies in your chart, as to how it will play out in your life. For instance, Aries, it will happen in the 10th house, the house of career, of status, of how you're viewed in the public arena. This is about career and work, and so this will play out in that aspect. So there may be some kind of power dynamic going on at work for Aries. Now, where it lands in your chart depicts where it's going to happen for you, in which area. So this aspect will give you insights into your behavioral patterns, and you can address any kind of self-destructive behaviors. It's really about going deep and looking at your shadow side and the dark and more sinister side of life as a whole. This aspect as well can focus things like stalking and spying on your, co-workers, lovers, friends. Resist the urge. I say to my clients, don't look at their emails, don't look in their wallet. If you suspect your partner of cheating, then address them directly. Don't surreptitiously go around and spy on them. Respect their privacy. It's not okay to do that, and it doesn't feel good. And you'll probably find something. We can all find something. So don't look. I say that's dialing 1-800-PAIN. Don't do it. Now, this is also a fabulous opportunity to declutter, to clear out, debris and things that you no longer need. This is about streamlining in Capricorn. We need to economize. We need to look at, it'll help us actually look at our behaviors by, are these, look, this is what happened to me when I went into my closet. This was a couple of years ago. I looked at it and I was clearing it out, and there was tons of stuff with labels on. There were hundreds of pairs of shoes that I hadn't worn and I won't wear because there's great, they're like 6-inch heels or something. So it really made me look at that sickness. Are we over consuming? We have to kind of streamline, right? We need to streamline. We need to look at, only use things or keep things that we need, that not as opposed to what we want. What do we need as opposed to what we want? That's what we need to look at here. And this is a wonderful opportunity to do that. And it's also a good opportunity to see which relationships are working. We need to be in relationships or surrounded by people who will lift us up. If someone's putting you down or you're in their company and you don't feel good about yourself, then let that relationship go. And it doesn't have to be a big dramatic, I'm never talking to you again. You can slowly, I always think of, that old movie with Dracula in, and he seems to just roll back. You can just roll back from your friends. I mean, this is a wonderful opportunity to do this. The thing is with, this is about change. There's no bones about it. It is about change, and there's nothing I can say that's going to change that. But what we can do is we can work with the energies that are available to us. We can ride the crest of the wave. Let's co-create and ride the crest of the wave. And that's how we can navigate through these difficult or, choppy waters, as we say. Now, look, on the same day, a bit later on, it's only like 2 hours later, exactly 2 hours later, the Sun conjuncts Saturn. So this energy is all it's really the Sun conjuncting Saturn and Pluto, right? Conjunction, because they've just conjunct the day before, right? On Sunday. I'm actually recording this before that happens. So this is Saturday. I'm recording this, but So Saturn, the Saturn conjunction, this is a karmic conjunction. And look, this is about, this could bring great rewards for you, and success for those who've worked really hard and diligently throughout the past year. If you have let things go and not stood up to, not taking care of your responsibilities, that might come and slap you in the face and things could fall apart. That's why I said it's kind of karmic, right? So it can be, this can mean great success or overwhelming hardships. It really kind of depends on what you've been doing this last year. Now, this is also about playing by the rules. Saturn is, the lord of karma. He's like, government. He's the boss. He's the father figure. So the hierarchy, he's rules, regulations, structure. So you want to play by the rules. It's also going to kind of feel like you're taking one step forward and then two steps back. You feel like you're treading water and you can't get ahead. Now, don't get discouraged. Saturn slows us down, for a reason. It's sometimes to show us signposts for perhaps a better way round. It may take longer. It might be the scenic route. It might be a safer route that gets you there. Have you ever, some people, there's been a plane crash and some people said, I missed that plane. I was supposed to get on it and I didn't. And, that can be Saturn stopping you from getting on there. But it can also work the other way. You can make mistakes and you can have accidents as well. So you have to, during this time, don't do anything that's dangerous. Don't do anything that's risque. Be safe. Be safe. Now the sun wants to go, go, go. It's all energy. So and Saturn wants to go slow, slow, slow. Saturn wants everything done with expertise. You will need to practice patience and tolerance to navigate through this transit. So there's a lot going on, right? So now I haven't finished because that day, even a little bit later, like 3 hours later, Venus moves into Pisces. Now, whenever a planet moves into another sign, there's a huge shift in energy. And this Venus is exalted in Pisces. She can really stretch her wings and she can really express herself in Pisces. So, we may be drawn to romance, love, passion, affection, we may be more demonstrative and feel attracted and want to be touchy-feely kind of things with people, or we want to receive, massages. It's a wonderful time to pamper yourself. Get a massage, get a foot massage, whatever it is. Do something that makes you feel pampered and beautiful. And it's also, this is a great placement, but it's also really good for finances. So honor the divine feminine within. And we so need that because we have all this yang energy, all this outward energy. So we need to kind of go in, we need to be receptive. We need to receive that love, darling. Give me your love. This is a harmonious flowing energy. It's good vibes all the way around. So now on Thursday, we'll jump forward to Thursday, and Thursday, January the 16th, Mercury, right, moves into Aquarius. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. I won't go on, don't go. I have been known to burst into song on occasion. A lot. Anyway, so this really is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. We are feeling that Aquarian energy. Mercury enjoys being in Aquarius because it gives Mercury the freedom to contemplate complex subjects with unusual insight. Now, under this influence, you can deliberate matters with an unconventional approach. It's kind of like thinking outside the box. You may find your focus directed towards humanitarianism, groups and community and your tribe, like-minded people. That's what's going to really kind of make you feel fulfilled. And that's very Aquarian, right? That's Aquarian in nature. It's a good time to volunteer or join a group. And having said that, I have a Facebook group. It is Live in the Solution Astrology. And we have so much fun there. And it's so beautiful. It's a private group. You have to ask for to join. And the the link to that will be in the description box below. And it's such a lovely community. It's so positive and uplifting. And every 2 weeks, I do a live stream just in that group. And I look at either the full moon or the new moon, and whomever attends, I go through their chart, not their personal chart, but their horoscope, their sign, and we look at how the sign is going to receive the energy from either the full moon or the new moon. And then I also have my tarot cards on hand and answer questions there. We have a really good time there. So that's lovely. Come and join what a perfect time to join. To join the group. How amazing is that? It's like connect with the collective and feel love and feel that unity. Well, it's about getting back to oneness, isn't it? Reminding us that we are all one. Now, on Saturday, January the 18th, Mercury squares Uranus. Now, Uranus rules Aquarius. Now, Mercury is in Aquarius, and it is going to square Aquarius's ruler, which happens to be in Taurus. So this is a square going on. And look, this can be shocking news or information that could affect your daily routines. You just may have to spring into action at the click of a finger. It can be exciting for some and disconcerting for others. It just depends on what's going on with your own chart. With this transit, miscommunication can occur. So we have to make sure that you are not sending a text or an email to the wrong person. I've done that so many times. Really, really kind of pay attention to that. Really pay attention to details. Whatever you say can be misconstrued. People can take things personally, and vice versa. You can take things personally when somebody says something, and that might not be the intent, but that is the general kind of energy going forward. So, look, as a result of that, it's really prudent to avoid kind of important meetings like interviews or something like that during this transit, because things may be taken out of context. So you don't want to, you don't want to push the envelope there. On the upside, you could get brilliant ideas coming to you out of nowhere. Have a pen and paper handy at all times so you can write them down, because they'll be coming fast and furious and they could just disappear. Now, I do want to mention Aquarian energy and Uranus, because Uranus rules Aquarius. It's very innovative. So we do get these incredible ideas, and we're already seeing it playing out in the world. We are coming up with these incredible inventions, innovative ideas, and travel. I just saw, look, I didn't read the article, I'm going to confess, but I did see the headlines of a plane that can get from New York to London in just over an hour. Darling, it will arrive 4 hours before it left. Because of the time frame. I mean, fabulous, incredible things like that. The downside of this can be that the technology can disengage us personally. So it can be like you can experience virtual reality. You can experience nature and other beautiful things through virtual reality, right? But we really need to connect with nature physically. It's very important for us to, go barefoot in the soil, feel, Mother Earth and Gaia, so that we can heal the Earth and the Earth can heal us. So there's that danger of being detached through technology. So we have to be aware of that. Technology is incredible and wonderful. Look, I went shopping last night and I drove my car all the way there and I realized I left my wallet at home. And I'd got the cart, I was in the shop, I left, and then all of a sudden I remembered that I had Apple Pay on my phone. So I went shopping anyway. I mean, how fabulous, right? Technology is amazing. So, guys, I want to thank you for staying all the way to the end. And I'd just like to mention this channel is viewer supported only. So there are ways to, of course, thanking, liking, commenting, and subscribing is wonderful. And I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. But another way to support me is through my Patreon page. And check on this link here, because I post things on Patreon that I don't post anywhere else. And I release these reports written on there before. Oh, I've just started to do that actually before I record them, because I always write them first anyway. So I figured that would be really nice for my patrons to get it in written form before, with a visual, obviously, before they go out into the world. So they get, and there's different tiers and they get different, there are different reward systems, but you can be a supporter for as little as $1 a month. That's $12 a year. It's not a lot for you, but I can do a whole lot with that. So that would be wonderful if you can. If you can't, don't worry. No pressure, guys. I just would like to put out. I've got so many brilliant ideas. This Aquarian energy, and I really want to do so many more creative things, but I'm kind of a bit restricted with what I have right here. But that's okay. I'll get there eventually. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate your support, your interaction, your lovely comments, your love. And I love you all. And I'll see you next week.